All right, up next we have Aquarius rising and sun. For you guys, this Aries solar eclipse on April 8th is happening in your third house. And I just want to say I pulled some really beautiful cards for you guys. So if you've been having struggles recently, I wanted to affirm that things are going to be okay and they're going to turn out really well, actually. So let's get into this. So, an Aries eclipse, it is a time when we are meant to break new ground, be pioneers, go after something that really excites us, embrace life with more of this kind of creative, kind of childlike wonder and this joy and feeling uninhibited in our expression or our desires. That's the goal of an Aries eclipse. However, Chiron is conjunct this eclipse, meaning that there's likely something that we need to feel our way through or process that is emotional and that has ties to past things that have happened to us that makes it so emotional. And we're having to examine or process that in order for us to actually come out on the other side and be independent and have those strong desires and feel uninhibited, feel joyful. It's like we first have to process this gunk that kind of has gotten stopped up and yeah, just get things circulating again, which is very Leo Aquarius. So if there is emotional residue, we are feeling it, we are talking about it. This is an eclipse in the third house of communication. And so it's going to be super important to address things head on, speak openly, express things to the people that it involves. And if it involves somebody else, talk to a therapist. It's like getting things out of you, getting it just out of your head, because the third house can also be our brain. So we can kind of like have things jumbled up, and it's just important, I think, to release that. And ultimately, it might be something that isn't just released all at once because Mercury is retrograde conjunct this eclipse. So there is a potential for things to have to be brought back up again, or for the things that are brought up now to be actually about situations from the past. So things that have been, long closed, like the book was closed on them long ago. It's like it gets reopened because there's something that you need to address there. There's something that needs to be spoken or heard or thought about in regards to this. So if you are going back to things from the past, or if you have a conversation now that you kind of have to revisit in the future, don't be alarmed. That's all a part of this energy. And it's again just trying to help you process things, especially in terms of relationships or things that have happened, in order for you to move forward more confidently. And the third house where this eclipse is happening is all about movement. It's about interacting with our environment, connecting with those around us, learning, observing, taking things in. And so it's a very kind of free and again, movement oriented house. So this is a time when I think once you do process those feelings, once you do have those topics addressed, you kind of lay them to rest, you feel good about that, it's almost like you're going to speed things up, or it's like you're removing that block and things will start circulating again and things will start feeling good again. They will move fast again. It's a sense of like you might have been unknowingly held back by not addressing something, not seeing something, not talking about something, not hearing something. And I saw 222 and 333. So there's some message here for, I feel like, some of you guys that you really need to hear that things will be moving forward and I think accelerating to some degree. So, okay. I also pulled this card, Kairos, which has to do with being in alignment and looking out for synchronicities, because this is very much a time for you to say yes to that thing. So whether it's hanging out with a friend or learning a new skill or going on a trip, there's this need to say yes to life and to look out for the synchronicities, because once you process these emotions, again, I feel like you are going to be aligned so much so that there isn't resistance. And because of that, you'll be able to pick up on the signs and synchronicities that the universe is communicating to you. And this is a very fated time. Eclipses with the nodes always bring up really faded events, like running into somebody or just having a random idea and then it pops up on your phone and it's like an opportunity for you to do it. So things that feel easy, things that flow, things that kind of align in an unusual way, it's here to show you that that is the next step and that you should say yes to it. Embrace the new, embrace the change, put yourself out there, maybe if that's something that interests you, but at the very least, like, be willing to learn or be curious or absorb information from your environment. Try new stuff so you can experiment and honestly expand your horizons, which is really exciting. Okay. I think also it's important for you to not only process how you feel, but flow and go where those emotions are telling you to go. So if you're feeling very intuitively called to like go somewhere or learn something or talk to somebody, follow through on that, because there's something there that can lead you even further, and you might not even recognize how that is setting you up for a greater purpose or a greater experience later on. I also see with this uterus and the joint card that this is a time where you are supposed to be flexible. You are supposed to be creative. And this is, again, very third house energy. This curiosity, this learning mentality, this childlike mentality. It's kind of like you're coming into a phase of new growth, a new mindset. And so it's important for you to ask yourself, like, what is possible? What could I create? What feels like it's going to enliven me? How do I maybe need to adjust, or what new thing do I need to do, or new direction do I need to move in order to maybe develop this skill, or like learn more about myself in some kind of way. So there's a lot of that curiosity and that sense of exploration coming here with this eclipse. The ruler of this eclipse, Mars, is in the second house conjunct Saturn. So I'm also seeing here the potential to up-level your financial abundance. So this might be coming naturally to you, but I also think it's something that you are using discernment around, because Saturn is conjunct Mars. So it's really like, I'm planning for my future. Maybe I want to buy a house one day and I'm planning out my finances and how that's going to work. Or I'm able to make more money from this new skill that I'm learning because I'm thinking about the practical applications, which is very Saturn. I'm thinking about how I can really use this in real life and make it work for me, or use it in my work. Mars, Saturn can also be you managing your money differently, having certain investments or saving money for the rainy day. But there's a sense of not only like things coming to you financially and things becoming more prosperous, but then also doing something wise with that money. So that's going to be super important for you guys. And again, I feel like if you are curious and you're open and you're learning, you're going to have those kind of next steps come to you naturally. So maybe you'll watch a random video on YouTube or a podcast, or a friend will tell you about something that you end up implementing in your finances, or that helps you develop a skill that will help you make more money so that you can grow your money. But it's important to think long term in terms of everything that you're doing in regards to the things that you own and your finances. This is also a time to build up your sense of independence and being able to really take care of yourself, investing in things that help you grow as a person in the long run. So this could be eating healthier, budgeting, getting on a sleep schedule. This could look like, again, developing a skill or working on a project that in 5 years from now can be really lucrative, but maybe isn't immediately lucrative. So I see that a lot with the Seven of Pentacles. It's like, invest in yourself, invest in your skills, invest in your confidence, invest in your well-being, your stability, so that at some point that will pay off for you. But it's not just investing in something, it's also trying new things with the Page of Wands. And that's why we have an eclipse in the third house. Being curious, adapting, wanting to play around with things, learning. It's not, on one sense, I think you're going to invest and like get more serious, especially when it comes to money. But in another sense, you're also meant to explore, maybe meet new people, travel, learn a new skill, that type of thing. And that combination is going to help you reach the success that you're looking for, because you're going to have both freedom and movement and adaptation with growing roots and being consistent and stable within something in your life that's really already working for you. So yes, that's what I'm seeing there. But again, with this moon card, we don't always have the full situation. And that's especially true with Venus conjunct Neptune in your third house, Venus and Aries conjunct Neptune. Sometimes we don't have the full scenario of things that are going on. We can kind of think that things are one way, but they're actually another way. And the truth might be revealed. So this moon card could show that where something is being revealed to us that we thought was one way, or this could even take some time where we perceive a situation as something, or we talk about something and we kind of build it up and make it fluffier, and it's like we're not being real with ourselves, or we're not being real with others, or someone isn't being real with us. There's a sense of like things in communication not being totally grounded in reality. Venus and Neptune again idealizes, fantasizes, embellishes, dive straight in without thinking of the consequences. So there's a little bit of the sense of like not having the full equation, not thinking about the long term, not seeing things clearly, or not being truthful. And that is playing a role in this eclipse somehow. And I think it could be revealed at some point in the next 6 months. That's how long eclipses take to unfold. So that truth could kind of come out, but also it's important to realize when you're not being practical, or when you're fantasizing about something. And that is a big part of this, because I think in order for us to really become stable, we need to have the positive side of Venus and Neptune, which is to be imaginative, to think about the possibilities, to think about the things we want to create and feel connected to our creative essence. But if we go so far into that we become detached from reality, we can live in this realm of the future, in the potential, that we don't actually see that what's right in front of us doesn't match that and is never going to match that. So it's really important to keep ourselves grounded during this time of the eclipse, and Mars being with Saturn can really help. So concentrating on your finances, on the things that I talked about with your routines, with your health, with the things that create stability, your skill sets for the future, focusing on that can help ground you so that you don't get kind of lost into fantasy land with Venus and Neptune. Okay. I also pulled the Six of Wands, Queen of Wands, and then the She Who Thrives, Flourish, Prosper, and Blossom. So I'm really seeing for you guys that you're coming into an era where not only are you succeeding, but you're being recognized for how great you are at something. Something is really going to flourish. This could be career success, again, financial success, feeling like you are getting social media recognition. It depends on whatever it is that you do, but there's a sense of like, I am on top. I am being finally seen. I'm being given notice. People are shouting me out. People are listening to my music. People are buying my products. People are wanting to hit me up to hang out with me. I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling in my essence. So there's a sense of like springtime that I'm getting with this. So I feel like if you guys have been having a hard time in your life, these cards are a message that you're going to be coming out of this winter period and into a spring where things are finally blossoming, where work is picking up, your confidence is picking up, the right connections are coming to you, but there's the sense of, again, just things flourishing that were once feeling stagnant or dead. And so follow this Kairos card, follow the synchronicities. You are in alignment. You are doing the right things. You just have to believe in yourself. And ultimately, I think you're going to get there very quickly. So that is what I'm seeing for you, Aquarius. That's really exciting. I would love to hear from you how this resonates, what this eclipse is doing for you in your life. In the comments down below, I really love to read all of those comments. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share with your friends. And if you want a reading from me, check me out at Cosmic Clarity Astrology, which I will link in the description box down below. And I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye.